Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 2 with the Bant Enchantments. Bant Splash Black. This is a fine hand. We have a first turn Helm of the Gods. We have a Stasis Snare that can deal with any problematic card. And we have a From Beyond that can then find us or take over the game with Eldrazi Scions. There's a Sigil. Start off with just the Helm. Pass a turn. I believe we'll play another Plains next turn and then keep the Flooded Strand. Will most likely will get a Prairie Streamer or Sunken Hollow. So it's another 4-color deck. We have a lot of action in our hand. One more mana, we can play the Sigil. I believe Shambling Vent can actually come into play tapped here. I think that's actually better. Because we don't need a Stasis Snare, I don't think. Looks like a Mantis Rider is going to... Nope, no Mantis Rider. Woodland Wanderer, which we can easily just Stasis Snare. And I might just end up doing it on his turn. It's 6 damage, though. I don't know if I can let this thing what I can say here is like we can get the From Beyond going. But we're going to do it right now, actually. We're going to Stasis Snare the Woodland Wanderer. And then we have Sigil that can come out the next turn. I think I'll slam down a Sigil, whatever he does. So Bring to Light, and I'm sure here he might just go grab a Siege Rhino. Dragonlord Ojutai. Which, yeah, that's a pretty problematic card for me to deal with. But we'll Sigil here. So he gets his value off the Dragonlord. He's going to try to find something that can remove my Sigil. I mean, you could have like Crackling Dooms that can deal with an Angel token that comes out. We do have a bigger card than his Dragonlord Ojutai. And he just passes. So, oh no, he doesn't. Okay, so he's still in his combat phase. All right, so 5 mana, a Weemate Rock. Yeah, that is going to be difficult to deal with. No, it's not, because we can get rid of the token and then have 2. So we'll Silkwrap the bird token. And then From Beyond puts in another 4/4 flyer. So we're pretty good against Crackling Doom. We're good against the Wingmate Rock. We got another Silkwrap that could handle any other smaller converted mana cost card that comes out. We actually have 4 enchantments out, so the Helm of God is going to give something +4/+4. We actually have double of those. So throwing out a Helm of the Gods and then equipping... I can't quite equip both to the Shambling Vent, but we can at least equip one to the Shambling Vent. And gaining 6 life against this doesn't seem that bad. Too bad we don't have an Eldrazi in our... I might actually just put those Eldrazi main board. At least the Nullifier. I think just having one of each to tutor main board is actually a pretty good idea. So really, Dromoka's Command and Crackling Doom and Dromoka's Command. Oh, and he skipped his attack phase. We'd be down to a 3. That was not good. Because now we have an Eldrazi Scion. And a Thopter Spy Network gives us another... Oh, I can't even Thopter Spy Network. That is not good. I think I just have to cast a Silkwrap. You don't have the mana. The blue mana. And we'll pass a turn. So that misplay on his part might cost him the game. We'd be down to a 3. We couldn't block both of them, so that did cost him the game. We would have had a equip Shambling Vent and attacked in. Which would have put us back up to a 6. Would have put us back up to a 9. So I guess we would have been able to survive. Well, actually, Silkwrap could have only made... We would have been up to a 5, but that still would have been the right play. And then only had a 4/4 guy, though. So here comes another Bring to Light. No, a Siege Rhino. That would have actually ended us. Decides not to attack in. We'll get another Eldrazi. Pilgrim's Eye is great. That allows us to get the Thopter Spy Network. And another Angel. And we'll just pass the turn. Guess I could have attacked him with my Angel. I think the later this game goes on, the better for us, though. He only has 2 cards left in his hand. We still have a blocker, even the Crackling Dooms. Another From Beyond. At this point, I think we just attack into the Pilgrim's Eye. Making block with that Wingmate Rock. You never know, he might not choose to. That gives us a card, though. Gives us another Helm of the Gods, which I guess is relevant at this point. And we'll pass a turn. So you have a huge army out of tokens. And he kills off an angel and makes his other guy slightly bigger, but we have plenty of blockers. And that is game. This can be a tough matchup, though, with the Dromoka's Commands and Crackling Dooms. Surge of Righteousness does not really hit much of anything. I think we want the Nullifiers in here. Wasteland Strangler, maybe not so much. Dampening Pulse, we don't need. Encase and Ice, no. Retreat to Kazandu, I don't think we need the life gain from the retreat. I think its Suspension Fields can easily replace Silkwraps. There wasn't much I could do with Silkwraps. Stasis Snares are still fine. I actually do like Starfield of Nyx in this particular matchup. We can get back things that he's killed with Dromoka's Command. And then I think just Sigil. Sigil is great in this. Pilgrim's Eye is still fine. Quarantine Field Nullifiers are great. We just need to cut one card, which at this point just might end up being a Sigil. Or just the other Starfield. And just go to a 1-of. We'll go ahead and submit this. Not a bad hand. We have Stasis Snare, Quarantine Field. And we'll go get a Sunken Hollow. So Den Protector. Yeah, those were pretty obvious they're going to be played in this deck. We can just put the Canopy Vista. We have all of our colors now. Double white, double blue. Just playing a Den Protector, I guess. That's kind of weird to me. I think that he'd want to maximize the commands. Not going to Stasis Snare on it. It's not worth it. Prairie Stream again. Can come and play tapped. And we'll pass. I want him to tap out his mana so we can get rid of his creature. But I think he's just happy doing 2 damage a turn. And see if we get Seed Rhinoed here. We do. We're going to lose this because I guarantee he's got a Dromoka's Command in his hand. Which will... He'll get back his Siege Rhino. Yeah, that is not good. Well, and I think we use it right now. The counter magic is very real in this. I think that actually Quarantine Field, since we have double of them, is better. Protector or it's Siege Rhino. I hate doing this because if he kills the Quarantine Field, he gets back the Siege Rhino. And he can actually bring Delight into command. So we need a miracle he doesn't have a Bring Delight or a Dromoka's Command in his hand. Or he just gets greedy and doesn't go get Dromoka, or he doesn't get he gets Ojutai. Wow, that is the wrong move. He should have just got his Siege Rhino back. So let's pass the turn here. And we'll Stasis Snare. The Dragon Lord. And take 2. And a Woodland Wanderer, which still is a threat. And a Hangarback Walker. Wanted to hit a land there because I do want to be able to Quarantine Field multiples. I think we just Hangarback for 1 and keep up a Stasis Snare. We're down to 8. We'll Stasis Snare the Woodland Wanderer and block the Hangarback Walker. It is worth it at this point. One ones and 1/1s. But he does have the Wingmate Rock. Here we just need to draw into another land. I would assume to be the best thing we can do for a Quarantine Field hitting both Wingmate Rock tokens. We do hit it. But this is still one of the... We're playing way far behind at this point because he's going to be able to do... Three damage here. Hopefully he's out of cards. He can't activate the Lumbering Falls, which is good. Oh, yes, he can. Which this means I have to block now. So I need a miracle of a card. And that is not a miracle of a card. Because either way we just die here. Yeah, I think I need to rethink the Sigil and the Thopter Spy Network being both so many in the same deck. I think we need more control. Whether it be like Utter Ends or or whatnot. Because From Beyond, Sigil can't get me anything. The Ulamog's Nullifier can block, and then I take 3. And that is game. So, let's see here. We'll go on to the sideboard. I still think that we want... Well, we want Empty Joe to go to the sideboard. There we go. I still think we want... the Sigils, though. We get to be on the play this time. I'm alright with this. Encase and Ices take care of Siege Rhinos. And Den Protectors and the Woodland Wanderers. So I think actually Encases are pretty good. I'm going to take out a few From Beyonds and a Sigil. Just kind of make these higher drops. Yeah, I think that's the best play. I don't think we want to get flooded with too many of them. And submit this. Yeah, this is fine. I don't know. We have Helm of the Gods ×2. We need to draw into lands. We have Hangarback that can come out on turn 2, which will be really good. And we do draw the land, so perfect. So Hangarback just for 1. And now we'll just start trying to pump up the Hangarback. Actual Pilgrim's Eye here. And we need another white source, so let's go grab basic plains. So I have a quarantine field up for whatever he decides to put out. I'm not sure I care about a Hangarback if he goes Hangarback. Attacking with the Pilgrim's Eye. Put out another Helm. And there's the Woodland Wanderer, which we can go ahead and quarantine field. Or suspension field works a lot better here. Equip. Equip. Attacking for 3. So the Jamoka's commands the suspension field. It's all right. He just gets back a Woodland Wanderer, which is then a 2/2. Definitely not a threat. No Bring to Light, which I think Hangarback on 3s is perfectly fine. We'll just start being aggressive here. Find our white source. Not a big deal. Go ahead and attack with both. Put him on some pressure. Surprised he doesn't have anything. He still doesn't have anything in his hand, though. He's been able to cast. So Obnixilis, he can destroy a creature. He can destroy Pilgrim's Eye. And then die to the Hangarback Walker? We'll just flash this guy in. Because I believe this is lethal. And that is 9 damage. Alright, so we win that one. We'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.